Ah! Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
If you haven't heard of the latest controversy with Black Ops 4, here's the short version. You can now buy a dot, yes, a dot, in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Now for the longer version. What is up, guys? Welcome back to TGG. If it's your first time here, I'm all about making videos that can help you make better decisions on what games to buy, but also create conversations around those games. So if that seems like something you'd be interested in, I'd love it if you could become part of this community by subscribing down below. And shout out to everyone who watched last week's video about Anthem. It got a lot of support, and it also got a fair few people that disagreed with me, which you kind of expect when making a video like that. But as you all know, on this channel, it doesn't matter whether you agree or disagree with me, it's all about creating conversations around the games we love. Growing up, the main series I played was Call of Duty, so I feel as though I have a stronger connection to the Call of Duty series than most people. So I haven't ever really been one to jump on the Call of Duty hate bandwagon. And for me, after playing Black Ops 4, my inner 12-year-old self was brought back to life. This was great. It was a complete refresher from the typical Call of Duty we've been getting, while feeling familiar at the same time. And after seeing both other reviews as well as enjoying the game myself, I was ecstatic about Call of Duty again. And then this happened. This particular reticle for your red dot sight can now be purchased with real life money. And like I said, I try to help you guys make better purchasing decisions on the games we all love, and my advice here, look, definitely don't buy it. Now look, this is dumb, right? It's stupid. Of course it is. Activision is basically selling you a dot for what was 100 COD points, which kind of equates to about $1, depending on where you are in the world. But the good news is, it's actually been cut to 50 COD points, which equates to about 50 cents. So jump in now and get this red dot sight while you can, before they take it away. No, look, I'm joking, but to be honest, I don't think this one reticle in particular deserved to get as big of a reaction as it got. See, this one red dot sight has gone on to spark a lot of controversy in the gaming world, with big YouTubers like Yongye and Clean Prince Gaming making videos about it, and even Australian YouTuber SkillUp went as far as to delete his original review of Black Ops 4 because of this red dot. Which, as he did say in his own video, probably is a bit of an overreaction. And while I think this dot itself has garnered too much attention, it really is only the tip of what is the Activision DLC iceberg. And it caused me to dig a little deeper into how Black Ops 4 is using their microtransactions. Call of Duty has implemented microtransactions into their games for the past few years now, and despite a minor hiccup in Advanced Warfare, I believe it was, these items have been cosmetic only. Now, I understand that it seems stupid to sell a simple reticle, but even at that, reticles have been purchasable items in Call of Duty for a while now, and as I logged on to Black Ops 4 today, there was already a different reticle for sale as well. And with reticles, they offer no gameplay advantage, so I don't actually think that's a big issue. And on top of that, there's already multiple reticles to choose from for free. I think the fact that the red dot reticle for sale was so basic in nature was the part that really pushed the community over the edge. But I don't think that that's the underlying issue with Call of Duty's microtransactions. The fact of the matter is, Call of Duty now has a DLC problem. And the problem they've created for themselves is a big one. I believe it was SkillUp, the YouTuber, that touched on this in his video, and it's this. In 2019, games have transitioned over to a different form of DLC. Personally, I like to call it the Fortnite effect. Today, games generally offer cosmetic microtransactions, and with that being a large source of income, all post-release DLC, these are things like maps and weapons, are completely free. And we've seen this with games like Battlefield 5, Overwatch, Rainbow Six, and even upcoming games like Anthem and The Division 2. But what Black Ops 4 has done is they've implemented 4 different forms of paid DLC. First, there's the black market contraband, which is basically the exact same as Fortnite's Battle Pass, where you can spend money to buy extra tiers and unlock items like camos and skins. There's Blackjack's shop, where you can spend money to buy specific individual items. There's also special orders, where you can buy a group of items for a particular specialist, containing skins, emotes, and the like. And finally, there's the Season Pass, where you buy the pass to get additional content in the form of map packs in the months after launch. And this is nothing new, this is what we've seen for Call of Duty for years, really. But this is where my problem, and I think the community's problem with Call of Duty, but also with Activision, should lie. Because Activision is using the same DLC system in Destiny 2 as well, with microtransactions through Eververse, and also with paid DLC every few months. See, Black Ops 4 today won't necessarily be changed by the cosmetic items that are available for purchase, but instead it's already being changed by the paid DLC in the form of new maps, which, because not everyone has access to, is splitting the community apart into players who have the Season Pass and those who don't, instead of being one big community like the game had at launch, which helped it thrive. Nowadays, as a publisher, you can either add in microtransactions or paid DLC. It's one or the other. And since the release of Fortnite, who made it extremely popular, publishers have taken the path of microtransactions. And as a community, while we don't necessarily like it, we've kind of accepted that it's okay as long as there's no pay-to-win aspects. But with what Activision's done, it's clear that they've completely lost touch with how post-release content should be used, and as a result, they're being overly greedy with their 4 different forms of paid DLC. What company does that? And ultimately, they're now paying the price for it, and rightly so. But to touch on the red dot site once more, this open dot reticle, to me, doesn't change the fact that Black Ops 4 is still the best Call of Duty installment we've had in at least a few years, and it's still a great game, because the most important cosmetic items like gold camos and dark matter camos aren't items that you can buy with real world money, and hopefully never will be. But the fact that it's gotten to a point where Activision is now selling a dot is starting to open everyone's eyes and kind of shining light on Activision's overarching DLC issue, even though the red dot isn't a massive issue itself. So now I want to flip the conversation over to you. What are your thoughts on Black Ops 4's microtransactions and paid DLC? Personally, I was a bit shook when everyone started hating on Black Ops 4, because it's a game and it's a series that's close to my heart. But after looking at the facts, I sort of began to realize that there really is a big problem here, and it shouldn't go unnoticed. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Whether you agree or disagree with me doesn't necessarily matter, but let's have a conversation about it either way. So that'll do it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I'd love it if you could give the video a thumbs up and also subscribe to become part of the community we're creating here. We're all about creating conversations around the games we love, so if that sounds like something you want to be a part of, come join us. But once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!